Greetings, friends. My name is Casey Miller, and I am coming to you from the Oregon coast in Lincoln County, Oregon. Today I have some information sharing, and I want to discuss a book I've discovered, The 15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership. It provides a philosophical framework, tools, and techniques for optimizing relationships, problem solving, and resolving conflict. It's many more things than just that, but in sum, that's about what you get from the 15 commitments. A quick disclaimer, this is not the opinion of Lincoln County government. Many of you who know me know I am a public information officer for Lincoln County, but this video is not made by me in the capacity at work, and also not the opinion of county government. Another disclaimer is that this is not a paid advertisement for the book or the Conscious Leadership Group. This is something I've discovered. I just think it has value, it's interesting, and I wanted to share it with you. Lastly, I will be doing a giveaway within the context of this video. I'm not going to post it in the text section. It'll be discussed at some point in the delivery of this video. So you're going to have to hang in there, but there is a giveaway coming. So how did I discover the 15 commitments? I listened to the Tim Ferriss podcast. It's definitely been one of my favorites for many, many years. He was interviewing the co-founder of the Conscious Leadership Group, and it was very engaging. I knew there was something good to explore. And one of the first things that struck me was their recommendations on hiring for self-awareness. And in fact, that article is on their LinkedIn page, and you can find this information on the Conscious Leadership Group's website. We were in the process of doing hiring at that time, so it was really relevant and worth a read. I've also done a short blog post about hiring for self-awareness myself. I think it's of great value, and self-awareness is definitely one of those things that these tools help flesh out. Not too long after listening to the interview, I downloaded the book on Audible, so that's how I've been digesting this, listening to the audiobook. Of course, they have it in paperback, but the narration on the book I think is done quite well. It's very authentic and very accessible. Since then, I have been eating this stuff up. It continues to bear fruit. You know, I'm running thought experiments, I'm journaling on it, I'm integrating it into my interactions with others and finding it to be of great value. Some of the ideas didn't click right away, but over time they continue to gain more traction. So if it is something you decide to dive into, I would say stick with it, give it some time, and you will find more and more utility in the information. I would recommend going to their website. They have a ton of free material, articles that further expands on their ideas. I've downloaded many PDFs, and I continue to find more stuff. Now, they do offer coaching, retreats, seminars, and at this point in time, I can't really comment on the cost of those things, but I do think for business or for individuals, this would be a way to further engage with the material. I just can't comment on how to evaluate that return on investment or quantify the cost at this point in time, but I certainly think it's worth exploring. I would love to see our organization explore it. It might be something that you would like to do with your team at work, in addition to just purchasing the book. Reflecting a little on the title, The 15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership. Yes, it is in the leadership genre, but they might have better titled it The 15 Commitments of Conscious Living. Because when we think about values, and these are highly driven value tools and tactics, for me anyways, what I'm looking to do is carry myself, Casey, across work, through into home, and into other relationships. So from that perspective, what you're really getting is something that you can use across the board. I desire that my values are represented in all my interactions and relationships, and that they carry me through life. Okay, so let's get into some of the ideas. One of the meta concepts presented by this book is what they call above the line or below the line. And what this does is serves as a litmus test at any given point in time on whether you're above or below, whether you're receptive or not receptive, whether you're in a good mood or a bad mood. And it does make me reflect back to my childhood when I heard things like, "Don't bother your father right now. You know, he's not in a good mood." I've seen this before in my work environments where someone might say, "The boss is not having a very good day." You know, that's a signal that says somebody is in a good space or in a negative space. At home, what it looks like is, "Dad, come to the light." We have an agreement together that if one of us is in a negative state, that we tell each other that. And we want to bring that to the awareness of the person so that they realize they're going dark. And I think that's a really important piece here, because the above the line or below the line concept really works better when those around you have permission to let you know. Because when we are in that fight or flight state, we don't always realize it. We can do breathing, meditation, journaling, different techniques to have more self-awareness, but giving those around us permission to let us know that we are in a negative state is tremendously important and really helps make this work. In fact, I had a breakthrough conversation with a coworker. I sensed that they were really struggling, and it turned out that they were. And now we together have permission to let each other know when we're having a hard time, to point it out so we can move from that negativity into positivity, or just take a break and come back when things are better. One of the commitments, commitment number 10, is called exploring the opposite. I believe they pulled this idea or set of ideas from Byron Katie, and the Conscious Leadership Group seems to be grabbing things from different places. They don't claim to be the originator of all of the ideas they are presenting to you. I think that makes this work better. Exploring the opposite is a tactic to explore your belief systems, to free your mind from cognitive dissonance and cognitive bias. Exploring the opposite reminds us of the underpinnings behind the decisions we make. And sometimes we have that affinity, the addiction to a certain set of ideas, because maybe we just simply want to be right. We need them to be our ideas and not the ideas of others. Exploring the opposite is another way to have pattern interrupt, to remind us to explore all the potential possibilities. Let's take the ego out of it and be more tactical about being open. And I would add here too that for me, as an employee of county government, knowing that the community are the stakeholders, knowing that we are a democratic institution, I have seen time and time again that there is great wisdom in the group, and we are designed to be thoughtful about that wisdom if we are receptive to it. It's not like we're a private business. We really are about evaluating and measuring a large number of opinions, and staying open to those ideas is something that is better when you work at it. Some other examples of the commitments are commitment number 9, living a life of play and rest, something I certainly need to work more at. Commitment number 5, eliminating gossip. Commitment number 1, experiencing the world as an ally. There are 15 in total, and they are full of wisdom and utility. This book continues to grow on me. It continues to bear fruit. I've explored a lot of leadership books, and this so far is the best synthesis I have seen And it has leadership in the title, but I would argue that these are really tools for living. You're not going to hear a lot of stories about how Steve Jobs transformed Apple. You're not going to hear about the success of the CEO of Starbucks. These tactics are things that you are going to have to ask yourself to implement and test and see how they work. But I really believe that they're going to bear fruit. It's worth it. So now for the giveaway. For the first 5 people that post in the comments that they are interested in this information, I will get you a copy of the book. I'll get it to you on Audible. I'll get you a hard copy, and I'm very grateful that you took the time to listen to this video. I hope it was worthwhile for you, and more to come on this. I think I'll continue to dive into it more, make some future explainer videos. So thanks for taking the time, and peace and namaste.